Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to another exciting and exclusive broadcast here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I say exclusive because it is not Saturday afternoon at the Hill. No, instead, it is Friday night, and we are in the midst of some exciting high school football coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, as today's contest features the Bulldogs of Waller High School taking on the Bears of Bridgeland High School here from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. Andre Davis here with you, and it is nothing like the clash between two competitive high schools under the Friday night lights. These are 6A football programs under the Region 2 District 16 Conference, so we are certainly in for some exciting moments here for today's contest. But before we dive into the key components for today's matchup, we want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor and supporter for making today's broadcast possible. Today's game is brought to you by the Temple of Refuge Ministries. Listen live each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time by dialing 857-777-0000. The number again is 857-777-0000. The Temple of Refuge Ministries, building the kingdom one soul at a time. Also, be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show, covering the world of HBCU sports and beyond. And again, it's the Mike Prince Show only on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we also want to let all of our listeners know out there that if you would like to become a listening partner today, you can do so by visiting the website at obnradio.com. Again, that's obnradio.com, and make your secure donation today. And any donations and support that you contribute will help us as we continue with our coverage of local student athletes right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Well, it's week 8 for both squads, and a tale of two different seasons to speak of. The Waller Bulldogs are coming into today's contest with a 2-4 overall record, and they're sitting 0-3 in district play. Their previous loss last week came at the hands of Cypress Ranch High School by the score of 38-21. And although the game marked another L in the loss column for the Bulldogs, it was a fairly even game for the first two quarters. However, Cypress Ranch was able to pull away by scoring 21 additional points in the second half, and the Bulldogs were not able to match them point for point, making it their third district loss for this 2024 campaign. So we know they're going to be looking to bounce back and try to come away with a victory here in today's contest. And as for the Bridgeland Bears, they've been clicking on all cylinders, and everything seems to be going their way for this 2024 campaign, as they're coming in with a 5-1 overall record and a 3-0 record in district play, putting them at the top of District 16. And they still have about 4 more district games to go, including this one here tonight against the Bulldogs of Waller High School. But for now, they are holding down that number 1 spot. Their last victory came at the hands of Cypress Park High School last week, where they cruised to a victory by the score of 56-0, and they're going to be looking to extend their winning streak here to 4 games with a victory tonight against Waller High School here in Waller, Texas. Again, Andre Davis here with you. Want to thank you all so much for joining us for today's broadcast, as the teams have made their way onto the field, as your Waller Bulldogs will be coming into today's contest wearing their all-black uniforms. They have the black jerseys with the black pants with the purple stripes going down the side and the white numbers across the chest. And as for the Bridgeland Bears, they're going to be coming to today's contest with their all-white uniforms. They have the white jerseys, the white pants with the orange stripes on the side and the orange numbers. And we have about 4 minutes left here on the game clock until these two teams are set to do battle here from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to have our tale of the tape for today's contest. You listen to Waller football right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
And the left guard is Junior.
And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you. The Bulldogs of Waller High School are set to do battle against the Bears of Bridgeland High School. It's a home game for the Waller Bulldogs. And as we have about 30 seconds to go here on the game clock until these two teams are set to do battle, I want to take this opportunity to highlight some of the key players for today's contest. Before we do so, we had an opportunity to speak with one of the coaches of the Waller Bulldogs, and they mentioned that some of the key players that would normally be in this game is actually going to be out due to injuries. One in particular, the athlete, as I like to call him, Mr. Brandon Stewart, definitely one of the heavy workloads offensively and defensively for the Waller Bulldogs, is actually going to be out with an injury for today's contest. One of the coaches mentioned that the young man had a rough week of practice this past week, and due to the injury that he sustained last week against Cypress Ranch High School, they felt like he wasn't ready and prepared, for this week against the Bridgeland Bears. So he's definitely going to be out with an injury. But a key guy that we can definitely mention here for today's game is going to be the quarterback of the Waller Bulldogs, is TK Gaines. Definitely a dual-threat quarterback that can get things done on the ground and through the air. So we're definitely going to be looking for that young man to make some plays here against the Bridgeland Bears, as the captains have made their way to center field, and it appears that the Waller Bulldogs have won the coin toss for today's contest, but they're going to be deferring to the second half. So the Bears of Bridgeland High School will be receiving to start today's contest. And speaking of the Bears, again, as we mentioned before break, come into this contest 5-1 overall. They're 3-0 in district play, and they're sitting in the number one spot of District 16. So the Bulldogs are definitely going to have their hands tied here for today's contest. As we're looking on the sideline, and we can see that the Bulldogs have appears to be 30 guys in total on the roster. So definitely going to be some guys going both ways, and maybe even special teams here for today's contest. And as we mentioned before, as far as the key players for the Bridgeland Bears, two guys to keep in mind, both at the running back spots. And we're going to start with Cash Schwab, who's leading the team in rushing yards and top 8 in the district in rushing yards, averaging around 15 yards per carry. So definitely going to be on the lookout for that young man, as the Bulldogs are going to be kicking this one from left to right, and this one's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. He has a little bit of room, breaks a few tackles, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 37-yard line. So what it looked to have been a promising kickoff return came to a halt due to the pursuit team, the kickoff team for the Bulldogs, as the offense for the Bears have made their way on the field. And it's going to be number 5, Tyler Beagle, the signal caller for the Bridgeland Bears, as he's going to have two receivers on each side, as the running back Cash Schwab is going to be offset to his left. And they're going to start things off with a handoff to Mr. Cash Schwab, and he has some room on the right side, and he's going to be brought down after picking up about 4 yards on the play, tough 4 yards for Mr. Schwab. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. They actually gave him 6 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Bears. Ball is going to be spotted at the 44-yard line. The Bridgeland Bears are going to be moving from right to left, as Mr. Beagle is going to have two receivers on each side. Schwab is going to be offset to his left. They're going to waste no time giving it back to Mr. Schwab, and he's only going to gain about 3 yards on the play. A tough 3-yard run for Mr. Cash Schwab. And that's going to bring up a third down, a third and manageable for the Bridgeland Bears. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Mr. Cash Schwab averages about 15 carries per game and about 95 yards per game for the Bridgeland Bears. Does a great deal of the groundwork for the Bears coming into this game. 3rd and 2. And another handoff, but he's going to be tripped up, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Bears. The senior defensive lineman, Champion Takem, on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Number 5,
as the punting units are making their way onto the field, As the Bridgeland Bears wasted no time getting Mr. Cash Swab going early in this ball game. Again, he's a workhorse for this Bears offense. They went with 3 runs in a row on first, second, and third down, but they was not able to get a first down on third down. So with that, the punting units have made their way onto the field as this punt is off, and he's just going to let this one sail in the back of the end zone, and it will do just that. As the Bulldogs were able to get off the field defensively, as the offense for the Waller Bulldogs are going to have their first possession at the 20-yard line, moving from left to right. Again, as we mentioned in our pregame show, no Brandon Stewart for this game. Again, he's the workhorse offensively for the Waller Bulldogs. As the signal caller for the Bulldogs, number 4, Tristan T.K. Gaines, the freshman QB, is going to have 2 receivers on each side. He got Carter lined up in the backfield, and he's going to hand off to Carter, follows his blockers on the left side, and he's going to keep his legs moving, and he's finally going to be brought down after gaining about a tough 3 yards on the play. Next in line after Brandon Stewart will be the junior running back, Robert Carter, number 11, who's normally the second option offensively for the Waller Bulldogs, but he'll definitely be the first option here for this ball game. He picks up some solid yards on first down as they win with a hard count on second down. Free play, and TK Gaines is going to air this one downfield. Pass is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with the wide receiver, number 5, Allen Haynes. It was an incomplete pass, but there should be a flag, offsides charge against the Bears. We do not see a flag on the play. As it's going to be 3rd and 7, as the head coach, Marcus Mendoza, is heated on the sideline, as he was definitely looking for the offsides penalty as they went with a hard count on second down. There was definitely some movement on the front line, but 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs. A delayed handoff to Mr. Robert Carter, and he has some room up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 40-yard line. A tough run and a first down for the Bulldogs. Robert Carter on the 12-yard scamper for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a fresh set of downs. Ball's now spotted at the 40-yard line. Bulldogs moving from left to right. We got 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As TK Gaines looks to the sideline to get the call, he's going to have 3 receivers to the right. Mr. Carter is going to be lined up directly behind TK Gaines. As it appears that we have a stoppage in the play. It looks like we have a flag on the play. Flag came from the back judge.
False start. Offense. Number 34. 5 yards. Second down.
So it's going to be a false start charge against the Waller Bulldogs. So it's going to back them up 5 yards. So 1st and 15. Ball now spotted at the 35-yard line. Bulldogs moving from left to right. TK Gaines got 3 receivers to the right. Looks to the sideline to get the call. And another handoff to Robert Gaines. This time the Bears were anticipating this. It's going to bring him down in the backfield. It's going to lose about 2 yards on the play. The outside linebacker, Tristan Villanova, on the stop for the Bears. So it's going to bring up a second down now. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Bulldogs have to get to the 50-yard line for a first down. As the Bulldogs been kind of going run heavy here on their opening drive of the first quarter. This time TK Gaines is going to send a man in motion. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Another handoff to Mr. Robert Carter, and the Bears are all over it as he gets swallowed up in the backfield.
Number 11.
Looks like he may have lost 1 yard, but they're going to say he actually got back to the line of scrimmage as he was met immediately in the backfield.
Brought down by number 10.
But it's going to bring up a huge third down for the Bears. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. We are all scoreless.
Third and long for the Bulldogs.
So far, it's been all Mr. Robert Carter offensively for the Bulldogs here on their opening drive of the first quarter. 3 receivers right and 1 left for TK Gaines. This time TK Gaines going to drop back the pass. He rolls to his right side, and he has a man, but that pass is going to be incomplete. Was trying to hook up with Allen Haynes here on the near side of the field. Great stop defensively in the secondary for the Bears as they had everything covered downfield. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Bulldogs. Only 1 first down for their opening drive at the hands of Robert Carter. But defensively, the Bears were able to clamp down as the punting units for the Bulldogs have made their way onto the field. And standing at their own 40-yard line is going to be the wide receiver number 7, Caden Hines. And he's going to safely fair catch this one at about the 38-yard line. And that's where the Bears are going to set up shop for their second drive here in the first quarter, as we have about 7:02 remaining here in the first quarter. We are all scoreless defensively. The Waller Bulldogs were able to get things done on the first drive of this first quarter as they tried to feed the running back Cash Swab on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. We'll see what the defense have in store here for the second drive. Tyler Beagle and company trots out onto the field. He's going to have 3 receivers right and 1 left as he sends a man in motion. This time they're going to go with the jet sweep to the right side, and the Bulldogs are all over it as he was only able to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Number 32, Champion Takem, the defensive lineman on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Number 3, Ty Sexton.
Great pursuit by the senior defensive lineman for the Bulldogs, as that jet sweep appears to have been promising for Mr. Ty Sexton of the Bears. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball now spotted at the 43-yard line. Bears moving from right to left. This time there's 3 running backs in the backfield that accompany Mr. Beagle, and they're going to hand it off to the running back. He has some room, picks up some positive yards. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable for the Bears. This time they went with number 7, Caden Hines, on that run for the Bears. Number 15, Trent Odom, on the stop for the Bulldogs. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Bulldogs are coming in their all-black uniforms with the white numbers. The Bears are coming in with their all-white uniforms with the orange numbers. 3rd and 2. As Beagle's going to have 2 receivers on each side. And another handoff to Mr. Caswab, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. But they're going to say his knee was down as he tried to lunge for the first down. But he wasn't able to get it. We can credit that pursuit to the free safety, number 8, Manning Fisher, came in on a safety blitz and met Mr. Caswab in the backfield. So it's going to bring up another 4th down for the Bears. And this time the offense is going to stay on the field. Ball is spotted nearly at midfield, right at the 48-yard line. 4th and 1. 2 receivers on each side. Mr. Swab lines up on the left side of Spence. And this time they're going to hand off to Swab, and he's going to have enough for a Bears 1st down. As we do have, looks like we have a flag on the play.
Number 24.
Flag came on the far side of the field, as the officials are moving the chains, as it looks like it's going to be a no call, as the Bears are going to have a fresh set of downs as they're slowly creeping their way into Bulldog territory. Ball now spotted at the 48-yard line. Bears moving from right to left. This time empty backfield for Mr. Beagle as he dropped back to pass, and he's going to air this one downfield, and he has a man, and that pass is going to be caught, and he's going to walk in for a Bears touchdown. Number 3, Ty Sexton, on that 48-yard reception for the Bridgeland Bears here on the second drive of the first quarter. As it appears that the Bears may have been setting up the Bulldogs with run every single play, as the Bulldogs were showing man-to-man coverage as the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the Bridgeland Bears strike first blood here for today's contest. They're on top of this one by a score of 7-0 with 4:29 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back with more action right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you. 7-0 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. They strike first blood on their second drive of the first quarter with 4:29 to go. As the teams that made their way onto the field, the Bears are ready to kick this one off, kicking from right to left. And this is safely going to be fair catch at about the 27-yard line. He's actually going to take a knee, if you will. And that's where the Bulldogs are going to have their second possession here of the first quarter. As it appears that the Bridgeland Bears was trying to set up the Bulldogs offensively with a run on every single play. And just when the timing was right, the Bridgeland Bears went over the top as Mr. Tyler Beagle recognized the man-to-man coverage, and he was able to hook up with Mr. Ty Sexton for a 48-yard touchdown reception. The first touchdown, or check that, the first pass attempt for the Bridgeland Bears ended in a touchdown, as the Bulldogs are going to go with a run on first down, a handoff to Mr. Robert Carter. Nothing doing on that play. He's actually going to lose about 2 yards on the play, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 12. As the ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. And the Bulldogs moving from left to right. As TK Gaines looks to the sideline to get the call, he's going to have two receivers on each side. Mr. Robert Carter is going to be offset to his left. As TK Gaines goes with the hard count yet again. This time the Bears did not budge. That's Gaines. Drop back to pass. Looks right, throws right. Has a man pass. It's going to be caught. But great pursuit by the secondary of the Bridgeland Bears as he had nowhere to go. He was able to hook up with Allen Hayes here on the near side of the field. He was only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Great coverage by the outside linebacker, Cole Fatigue of the Bears. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Bulldogs have to get to the 38-yard line for a first down. 3 receivers left and 1 right. As Gaines is the man in motion. This time they're going to go with the fake jet sweep to the left side. The Bears were all over it as Robert Carter ends up being the ball carrier to finish the play, but he was going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Bulldogs as the punting units make their way onto the field. Standing at their own 40-yard line is the wide receiver, number 7, Caden Hines. So we have about 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. As this punt is off, and it takes a slight Bulldog bounce, but then rolls forward. Finally going to be spotted at the 33-yard line. And that's where the Bridgeland Bears are going to have their 3rd possession here of the first quarter with 2:23 to go. And we'll keep it right here. It appears that the Bulldogs tried to mix some things up on their second drive offensively here in the first quarter. They went with the run on first down, but then they went with the jet sweep, and then they tried to go with the pass on 2nd and 3rd down. With great pursuits and great tackles defensively for the Bridgeland Bears, as they was able to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense for their 3rd drive here in the first quarter. As Tyler Beagle is going to have 2 receivers on each side. They're going to go with the jet sweep to the left side, and he has plenty of room. Finally goes out of bounds near the first down marker. Number 19, Jonathan Taylor on the jet sweep for the Bears. Has some running room on the left side, was able to follow his blockers, and picks up positive yards on first down. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Ball now spotted at the 41-yard line. Bears moving from right to left. As Tyler Beagle is going to have 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And this time they're going to go with a running back change. This time number 26, Alex Spence Myers, on the running back for the Bears. And he's going to be met immediately, but he was able to get just enough for a Bears first down. Alex Spence, another guy whom we didn't get a chance to mention in our pregame show, but another guy who is also an offensive weapon for the Bridgeland Bears. He's actually leading the team in total touchdowns so far this season with 6, and he shares a bit of the running load with Mr. Cass Swab. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Bulldogs defense are able to contain these two young men here this evening, as the Bears are going to have a fresh set of downs now. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Mr. Tyler Beagle. Alex Spence remains the running back in the backfield for the Bears as Beagle sends a man in motion. This time Beagle's dropped back to pass, and he's going to go with the pass to the running back, and he's going to shed a few tackles, if you will. And he's finally going to be brought down after gaining about 7 yards on first down.
Number 24, Cash Schwab on the reception.
A swing pass to the running back, Mr. Cash Schwab, as he has some running room on the right side and picked up 7 yards. So it's going to bring up second and manageable for the Bears. 2 receivers on each side for Beagle. Cass Swab remains the running back offensively for the Bears, and a handoff to Mr. Cass Swab, and he has plenty of room, and this time he's going to burst through the middle, breaks a few tackles. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to walk in for a touchdown, but this one likely might be coming back as there's a flag on the play here back at the 40-yard line. It was a huge run by Mr. Cash Swab, but this one likely will be coming back as we do have an injured Bulldog on the field, as we can't quite make out the jersey number of the young man for the Waller Bulldogs. But as the teams that start making their way back, this will likely be charged against the Bears. Likely might be blocking the back, as the officials are still huddled up at about the 40-yard line, as we're still waiting to get the signal. We'll get the call, rather. We have about 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Again, the Bridgeland Bears on top of this one by the score of 7-0. As the young man for the Bulldogs are still down on the field. So we'll take a break and we'll come back with the full analysis of the previous play right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you. The young man is able to get up and walk to the sideline on his own strength. It was a cornerback, number 6, Cameron Duchesne, as the penalty was charged against the Bridgeland Bears. It was a holding penalty, so that's going to back him up 10 yards at the spot of the foul. So the points were taken off the scoreboard, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bridgeland Bears, as they're going to go with the play action fake, and pass is going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted on the play. Number 2, Christian Pineda on the coverage for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs were able to catch a break on the previous play due to the holding penalty charge against the Bridgeland Bears. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bears. Ball's going to be spotted nearly at midfield at about the 49-yard line. And this time a handoff to the running back, and actually the quarterback is going to keep it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds past the first down marker. It appears that we have another flag on the play. This time the flag came from the side judge. Likely holding, again, charge against the Bears.
Hold. Offense, number 3. 10 yards from the spot of 3rd down.
So hold in charge against the offense yet again. So 2 holding penalties here on this 3rd drive offensively for the Bridgeland Bears. Going to back them up 10 yards yet again. And they're going to replay 3rd down, as it was a read option on that previous play, and the quarterback Tyler Beagle kept it himself, and he did get enough for a first down, but the holding penalty is going to bring him back. as they're going to repeat third down. Ball spotted at about the 49-yard line. As Beagle's going to have two receivers on each side. Cash Schwab is a running back offensively for the Bears, and a handoff to Mr. Cash Schwab, and he's going to follow his blockers, and he's going to cut back to the right, breaks a few tackles, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line. A huge run and another first down for the Bridgeland Bears. So two holding penalties offensively for the Bridgeland Bears, backed them up, but it still wasn't enough as the Bears were still able to make their way inside Bulldog territory. As that last play will take us to the end of the first quarter here from Waller High School. Bridgeland Bears on top of this one by the score of 7-0. When the teams make their way back onto the field, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bridgeland Bears. Ball's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line inside Bulldog territory. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the start of our second quarter right here on the Yup on Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back to Yup on Mike Broadcast Network. Teams have switched sides now, as the Bridgeland Bears are going to have 1st and 10, moving from left to right. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line, and they're going to waste no time handing the ball off to Mr. Cash Schwab. But this time the Bulldogs were all over that one, as he was able to pick up a tough 2 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line.
2nd down and 8 for the Bears.
So far, it's been all, with the exception of the touchdown reception by Mr. Ty Sexton, the receiver, it's been all Cash Schwab so far offensively for the Bridgeland Bears. And another handoff to Mr. Cash Schwab, breaks a tackle, but he's only going to gain about a yard on the play, as the Bulldogs defensively are trying to clamp down now here on this opening drive of the second quarter with about 11 minutes to go. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Tyler Beagle is going to have 3 receivers to the right and 1 left. Mr. Cash Schwab is offset to his right, as Beagle sends Ty Sexton in motion. Now 2 receivers on each side. This time Beagle's going to drop back to pass. He has plenty of time, and he's going to throw this one in the end zone to Mr. Ty Sexton. Is going to be caught for a touchdown.
Touchdown Bears, number 3, Ty Sexton.
So for the second time in a row now, 2 passes, 2 touchdowns from Tyler Beagle to Mr. Ty Sexton, as the Bridgeland Bears are able to add 13 more points on the scoreboard here with 10:42 to go in the second quarter. As the extra point unit have made their way onto the field, snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the Bridgeland Bears extend their lead 14-0. It's now our score with 10:42 to go. Again, as I mentioned before, only 2 pass attempts so far offensively for the Bridgeland Bears, and both have resulted in a touchdown so far here in this ball game. We're going to keep it right here. Again, Andre Davis here with you. I want to remind all of our listeners that if you would like to become a listening partner, you can do so today by visiting the website at obnradio.com. Again, that's obnradio.com. Click on the donation button, and every time a donation is made, your support will help us with our lodging expenses as we continue to give you live and delayed sports coverage right here at the Yup on Mike Broadcast Network. Also, be sure to join us on Saturday mornings for The Zone. We cover the SWAC and much more each week at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time right here at the Yup on Mike Broadcast Network. Teams have made their way back onto the field, as the Bridgeland Bears are going to be kicking this one from left to right. Number 3, Dominic Williams, back to receive this kick. And it's going to be a pooch kick. And it appears that the Bridgeland Bears may have recovered it. We'll wait to get the signal. And it looks like they were able to cover this kick. As the kick went well, it was a pooch kick. but the kick definitely went 10 yards. In fact, it looks like the kick may have went about 25 yards as the Bridgeland Bears were able to recover it. And they're now going to have a fresh set of downs, moving from left to right, ball at the 29-yard line. Rules are the kick has to go at least 10 yards, and it definitely did. And they're going to have a fresh set of downs now for their second possession here of the second quarter at the 29-yard line. As Beagle sends a man in motion, two receivers on each side. This time he's going to drop back to pass, looking for a man downfield. He has a wide open man, but it looks like he overshot him. Incomplete as he was trying to hook up with number 7, Caden Hintz, on that reception, but wasn't able to get it to him. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now.
Tyler McGill's pass falls incomplete.
As that last incompletion is going to stop the clock here with 10:32 to go in the second quarter. Ball now spotted at the 29-yard line. As Tyler Beagles looks to the sideline to get the call, he's got 3 receivers to the left and 1 right. Mr. Cass Swab is going to be offset to his right. A handoff to Cass Swab back to the left side as he's going to follow his blockers, breaks a few tackles, still on his feet, and they're going to push the pile forward. And they're still pushing the power forward. Young man is still on his feet, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line. That was some rumbling, bumbling, stumbling right there for Mr. Cash Swab, and a first down for the Bridgeland Bears. Offensively, the Bears were able to push the power forward. Tough, hard run by Mr. Cass Swab. And with that, the Bears are going to have a fresh set of downs well inside Bulldog territory. Ball now spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. 3 receivers right and 1 left for Mr. Beagle. Another handoff to Mr. Cass Swab. He is the workhorse offensively, and this time he's going to cruise his way in for a Bears touchdown. First touchdown
Bears
of the day for Mr. Cass Swab, but he has definitely been the workhorse offensively here for the Bridgeland Bears. Again, top 10 in rushing in District 16 for this 2024 campaign, averaged about 95 yards per game here for this 2024 season. And so far, he has been the entire offense, with the exception of the 2 touchdowns by Mr. Ty Secton from Tyler Beagle. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 21-0 is now our score, as the Bridgeland Bears are pouring it on here from Waller High School here in Waller, Texas, with 10:03 to go. We'll take a quick break and come back with more Waller football right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. (21-0) is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears, as they've shown their dominance in the first quarter. And so far here in the second quarter, we have 10:03 to go, as the kicking units have made their way onto the field. Another push kick, this time to the left side, and it will be secure at about the 37-yard line, as we have a little bit of pushing and shoving going on the near side of the field, as it appears that things are getting antsy on the Waller Bulldogs sideline. And rightfully so, when you find yourself down by 21 points before half, things can definitely get a little testy. The officials were able to get things under control. No flags were thrown, as the Bulldogs are going to have what is only going to be their 3rd possession here offensively here in this ball game. 2 possessions in the first quarter, and this is actually going to be their first possession of the second quarter with 10:03 to go. The Bulldogs are going to be moving from right to left. And so far, offensively, it's been all Robert Carter, the junior running back for the Waller Bulldogs, as they've been trying to get him going offensively. Only 2 pass attempts for Mr. T.K. Gaines.
Kicking team, number 4, 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
And check that. So there actually was a penalty charge against the kicking team, personal foul penalty charge. We did not see any yellow laundry, but nonetheless, it was a personal foul penalty charge against the Bears. So it's actually going to allow the Bulldogs to start with excellent field position to kind of help them out offensively here for their first drive of the second quarter. Ball is going to be spotted now at the 49-yard line of the Bridgeland Bears. Bulldogs moving from right to left, as they're going to go with the pistol formation. Robert Carter is going to be lined up directly behind TK Gaines. And Gaines drop back to pass. They're going to go with the screen play to Robert Carter. Follow his blockers. He's still on his feet. And he's going to keep his legs moving. Finally going to be brought down at about the 30-yard line. And a first down for the Bulldogs. A huge gain through the air by Mr. Robert Carter. The biggest play offensively so far for the Bulldogs here in today's contest. And they're now going to have a fresh set of downs inside Bears territory. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. The quarterback keeper. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. They may have given him a yard on the play. TK Gaines on the quarterback keeper. But the Bears were anticipating it. And they're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're actually going to give him 1 yard on the play. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Waller Bulldogs. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line with about 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter, as the Bulldogs are looking for their first set of points here in today's contest, as TK Gaines is going to have 3 receivers on each side. Looks like a bunch formation. And they were setting up the QB draw yet again, this time to the right side, but the Bears were all over that one. Nothing doing. As we can credit number 95, Vinny Dyson, the defensive lineman, the senior defensive lineman for the Bears, breaking up that last play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Ball still spotted at the 30-yard line. Bulldogs moving from right to left. This time number 20, Ryan Chim, in the backfield for the Bulldogs, as TK Gaines is being pressured, and he was able to escape the pressure, was able to release this one, but incomplete pass as he was looking for Mr. Robert Carter out the backfield. Wasn't able to get it to him, so that's going to bring up 4th down. An interesting 4th down for the Bulldogs, as the ball is spotted at the 30-yard line. TK Gaines was able to avoid the pressure as the Bears brought the house on that last play. He was able to avoid the pressure and roll out to the left side, but wasn't able to hook up with Robert Carter out the backfield, as the offense will remain on the field for 4th down, 4th and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line, as the Bulldogs go with the hard count, as the Bears did not budge. Gaines back to pass. He looks right, throws right. Pass is going to be caught at about the 15-yard line, and it's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. Allen Hayes on the reception for the Bulldogs. Appears to be TK Gaines' favorite target through the air so far here in this ball game. And he was able to finally connect after about 3 targets, was finally able to connect with Mr. Allen Hayes, this time for a fresh set of downs. Ball now spotted at the 15-yard line of the Bridgeland Bears, as Allen was able to go out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 7:59 here in the second quarter. TK Gaines is a man in motion. Play action fake. He has a wide open man on the far side of the field. Pass going to be caught as he breaks a few tackles, still on his feet, and he's finally going to be brought down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be another fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs, as this time he was able to hook up with the tight end Alan Vasquez on that reception. Alan Vasquez was able to break a few tackles and extend that play for the Bulldogs, and they're now going to have a fresh set of downs now. 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 3-yard line, as the Bulldogs have made their way inside the red zone for the first time here in today's ball game. QB keeper TK Gaines, and he's going to extend the ball past the play, and he will be in for a Bulldogs touchdown. TK Gaines on the QB keeper for the Bulldogs as the Waller Bulldogs were able to put their first set of points on the scoreboard here in Waller, Texas, as it appears that we have another injured player on the field. Can't quite make out exactly who the injured player is. It looks like it's a Bulldog. As the coaches mentioned before the game started, that the Waller Bulldogs are definitely dealing with several injuries coming into today's contest. So far, we've already had one Waller Bulldog down on the field. Looks like we have another. This time, it's the running back, Robert Carter, as the injured Bulldog on the field after that last play. But it appears that the young man is up on his feet, and it looks like he's going to be walking off on his own power. So that's excellent news for the Bulldog fans. Nonetheless, it was a 3-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, TK Gaines, to give the Bulldogs their first set of points here in today's contest. 21-6 is now our score, with the PAT to follow. As the extra point units have made their way onto the field, the officials are still huddled up. Not quite sure exactly what the discussion is, as we do not see any flags on the play. What an excellent way to respond, as the Waller Bulldogs were able to respond on that previous drive with a touchdown of their own. As the play will resume, as the PA unit is going to add one additional point on the scoreboard. But this play is actually going to be blocked by the Bridgeland Bears. So our score will remain 21-6 here from Waller, Texas, with 7:21 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and come back with more action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you. The Waller Bulldogs are trying to make things interesting here from Waller, Texas. They was able to put 6 points on the scoreboard at the hands of the quarterback, TK Gaines. 21-6 is our score. Still in favor of the Bridgeland Bears, but the Waller Bulldogs are trying to make things interesting as they're coming into today's contest with a shorthanded roster, if you will. But that last touchdown appears to have got this sideline ramped up, as they're ready to kick this one off, as they're going to go with an onside kick, and the ball is nearly going to be recovered by the Waller Bulldogs, as it definitely went past 10 yards, as the Bridgeland Bears was not able to get on it the first go-around, and the Waller Bulldogs definitely had an opportunity to recover it, but wasn't able to stay on top of it, and the Bridgeland Bears is going to officially recover the ball, and they're going to have 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. What would have been a huge momentum swing for the Waller Bulldogs if they were able to recover that onside kick. But nonetheless, defense makes their way onto the field, and we're going to see if they can get off the field here on this next drive, as the Bears are going to be moving from left to right. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Another handoff to the running back. This time it's going to be Alex Spence, as he's going to be following his blockers. A tough young man to bring down, as he still is breaking tackles. Finally going to be brought down at midfield. A 29-yard run by Mr. Alex Spence Myers, as he was actually met at the line of scrimmage, but several broken tackles later, Alex Spence Myers picks up a huge gain on the ground in the fresh set of downs for the Bridgeland Bears. Ball officially going to be spotted at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. This time Beagle's going to have 2 receivers to the right and 1 left. This time a fake to Mr. Alex Spence, and Beagle's going to keep it himself, still breaking tackles, lowers his shoulder, and he's finally going to be brought down after picking up some positive yards for the Bears. Looks like he picked up about 5 yards on that last play, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, and he only able to pick up 3 yards on that last play. So 2nd and 7, ball spotted at the 49-yard line, as the Bears are trying to answer quickly to the touchdown at the hands of the Bulldogs on the previous drive. And Beagle sends a man in motion. They're going to go with the jet sweep to Mr. Ty Sexton, who's responsible for 2 touchdowns so far here in this ball game. And he's going to run out of bounds after gaining about 8 yards on the play. It's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Bears.
Number 3, Ty Sexton on the reception.
Ball now spotted at the 39-yard line. As the Bulldogs were able to force Mr. Ty Sexton out of bounds on that last play, so that will stop the clock with about 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. 21-6 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears, as they're slowly creeping their way inside Bulldog territory now with a fresh set of downs. Another handoff to Mr. Alex Spence-Myers, and he has running room here on the near side of the field. Finally goes out of bounds past the 30-yard line. And it looks like he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down as he was trying to dive forward. But they're going to say he went out of bounds before he was able to dive forward, so that's going to put him about a yard shy of the first down. Only 3 pass attempts so far here in this ball game, and two of those pass attempts have been completed for a touchdown so far for the Bridgeland Bears. 2nd and 1. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Bears moving from right to left. 2 receivers on east side for Beagle. A handoff to Alex Myers, and this time the Bulldogs were anticipating it, but he was able to get just enough for a Bears first down.
Number 26, Alex Spence-Myers on the
as the Bulldogs had about 4 jerseys over there waiting for Mr. Alex Spence, but he was able to lower his shoulder and get just enough for a first down.
First and 10 for the Bears.
Clock continues to roll here with 5:30 to go here in the second quarter. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for Beagle. Alex Spence-Myers offset to his left. This time Beagle's going to drop back to pass. Has plenty of time. He's going to air this one downfield, but this time pass is going to be incomplete, broken up. Great coverage on that play by number 3, Dominic Williams. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Bears.
That's now going to be the 4th pass attempt for the Bridgeland Bears so far here in this ball game. As it appears that the Bulldogs are still going to be sticking with the man-to-man coverage defensively here on this drive. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 27-yard line. 2 receivers to the left and 1 right. Another handoff to Alex Myers. He's going to be following his blockers. Makes a nice cut back to the left side. Finally going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. Solid pickup on that play on the ground by Alex Myers. It's going to bring up another 3rd down for the Bridgeland Bears.
We have a 3rd and 2 for the Bears.
So far, the Waller Bulldogs were able to get off the field only 1 time defensively on 3rd down in the first quarter. So far, they haven't been able to do so here in the second quarter. We'll see if they can get off the field here on 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. 2 receivers on east side for Beagle. And just going to keep feeding the running back, Alex Myers. Lowers his shoulders, and he's going to have more than enough for a Bears first down with 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. We mentioned in our pregame show about these 2 running backs, Cash Schwab and Alex Spence-Myers, the heavy workhorse offensively for the Bridgeland Bears. And so far this drive has been all Alex Myers. Only 1 pass attempt was an incompleted pass. All the first downs have been at the hands of Alex Spence-Myers. Another handoff to Mr. Alex Spence-Myers. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. Just trucking along here with the ground game with Alex Spence-Myers. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
And number 7, Tony Shatenge.
Bears have to get to the 6-yard line for a first down. We'll see if the Waller Bulldogs can put themselves in the bend but don't break situation. With 2 receivers on east side for Mr. Beagle. Alex Spence is going to be offset to his left. Bears go with the hard count. And another handoff to Alex Spence-Myers, and he's going to accelerate, breaks a few tackles, and he's going to be in the end zone for another Bears touchdown.
Bears, number 26, Alex Spence-Myers.
So Alex Spence-Myers, definitely the MVP on that particular drive. Again, only one pass attempt for the Bears offensively on that last drive, and it resulted in an incomplete pass. All of the first downs were credited to Mr. Alex Spence-Myers, and he was rewarded with a touchdown of his own, his first touchdown here in today's ball game. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good, as the Bridgeland Bears extend their lead here in today's contest by the score of 28-6. We do have a flag on the play. Flag came after the kick, as it likely may be against the kicking team, as the officials are huddled up. Not quite sure exactly what the penalty is, but Alex Spence-Myers getting things done offensively for the Bridgeland Bears. We'll keep it right here with about 3:16 to go here in the second quarter. I want to remind all of our listeners to be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show, covering the world of HBCU sports and beyond. And again, it's the Mike Prince Show, only on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we want to hear from you. If you can listen, you can always leave your questions and thoughts, comments, or concerns on our 24-hour message line by dialing 720-7. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you. We do apologize for those technical difficulties. 3rd and 1 for the Waller Bulldogs. We got 1:33 to go here in the second quarter. 21-6. Check that. 28-6 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears, as the Waller Bulldogs are trying to answer by putting some additional points on the scoreboard here before half. And the handoff to the running back was met at the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 1 now for the Waller Bulldogs, moving from right to left. Offense remains on the field, as they're going to go with a bunch formation. It appears that they may be going with the QB sneak here. And they're actually going to pitch it to the running back, Robert Carter. He's going to have plenty of room on the right side, and he's going to have more than enough for a Bulldog first down. Robert Carter on the first down carry for the Waller Bulldogs. As we do have a timeout on the field, the Waller Bulldogs are going to take another timeout here with 55 seconds to go. It should be their last timeout here of the first half. Again, the Waller Bulldogs did win the coin toss at the beginning of the game, but they deferred to the second half. So the Waller Bulldogs will have the first possession at the start of the third quarter here from Waller, Texas, as they're trailing this one by the score of 28-6. We'll take a break and come back with more action right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 28-6 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. Waller Bulldogs are trying to answer with some additional points here before halftime, as TK Gaines is going to drop back, and he's going to have a man pass. Is going to be caught. Robert Carter breaks a few tackles. Finally going to be brought down inside Bears territory. Ball now spotted at the 25-yard line. First and 10 now for the Waller Bulldogs. And another timeout is taken by the Bulldogs. This is actually going to be their last timeout here of the first half, as they're knocking on the door now. And when the teams make their way back onto the field, it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Waller Bulldogs. Ball officially spotted at the 24-yard line. We'll keep it right here. Andre Davis here with you. I want to take this time to let our listeners know to be sure to check out our 24-hour stream full of content featuring interviews and other special guests and events. Check it out right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And if you would like to send your support or your donation to our broadcast, you can do so by simply sending your donations to our P.O. Box at 891 Prairie View, Texas 77446. Again, that's P.O. Box 891 Prairie View, Texas 77446. As the teams are making their way back onto the field, again, 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. It's been all Bridgeland High School, but the Waller Bulldogs are trying to show fight here in the end of the second quarter. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line of the Bridgeland Bears. Bulldogs moving from right to left. As the Bulldogs going to go with an empty backfield setup, 4 receivers to the left and 1 right. TK Gaines drop back to pass. He has a man. The pass is nearly intercepted. Somehow he was able to squeeze that in a very, very tight window. Pass is going to be caught near past the first down marker. Michael Shizente on the reception for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. That pass was caught inbound, so clock will continue to roll here with 30 seconds to go. TK Gaines drop back to pass. As the pass is going to be incomplete, as he was trying to fit that one in double coverage, was trying to hook up with Allen Haynes on that last play. Allen Haynes was double covered. Great job by the secondary of the Bridgeland Bears. But that last incompletion will stop the clock with 21 seconds to go. Ball officially spotted at the 13-yard line. TK Gaines making some plays happen offensively to give the Waller Bulldogs an opportunity here on this drive to end the second quarter. 2 receivers on each side. Gaines is a man in motion. Gaines drop back the pass. He's going to step into the pocket, and he's going to be tripped immediately as he was not able to make it past the first wave of defenders. As TK Gaines dropped back the pass on that last play. Didn't have a man downfield, but he had a wide open lane, but the gap closed immediately as one of the defensive linemen for the Bridgeland Bears was able to trip him up before he could before he could see daylight. So that last play, and it was actually a timeout on the field, charge against the Bears, with about 15 seconds to go. And that last play will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 11 when the teams make their way onto the field. Want to remind all of our listeners, if you would like to become a listening partner, you can do so today by visiting the website at obnradio.com. Again, that's obnradio.com. Click on the donation button and make your secure donation today. Also, be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. 3rd and 11 for the Waller Bulldogs. 2 receivers on each side. Gaines back to pass. He's being pressured, and he's going to roll to the left side, and he has an open room, and TK Gaines is going to take it himself past the 5. Touchdown, Bulldogs! TK Gaines getting things done himself offensively for the Waller Bulldogs, now responsible for 2 touchdowns here in this ball game. And we talked about this young man during our pregame show. Dual threat quarterback for the Waller Bulldogs, can get things done through the air and on the ground, and he was able to display that offensive dominance on that last drive, getting things done off through the air and on the ground, and he was able to cap things off with a touchdown of his own to make this score now 28-12 with the PAT to follow. As the crowd has started to come alive here from Waller, Texas, as the offense have stayed on the field to go for 2, as the pass is going to be incomplete. TK Gaines is trying to hook up with number 5, Allen Haynes. Wasn't able to get it to him. As the Waller Bulldogs tried to go for 2 on that last play to officially make this a 2-possession ball game. Wasn't able to hook up with Allen Haynes, so 28-12 will remain our score, still in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. But if you're Bulldog fans, you have to enjoy the fight of the Waller Bulldogs. Again, working with half of a roster coming into today's ball games. One of the coaches mentioned that majority of these guys are going both offense and defense, and some are going special teams as well. And they're definitely getting all of the workouts necessary here in this ball game. A lot of sweating here in this ball game for these young men, but there's definitely showing the fight and the hustle and not giving up here in this ball game. 28-12 is our score. in favor of the Bridgeland Bears with about 6 seconds ago as the kicking team have made their way onto the field. As this kick is going to sail in the end zone and will not be returned, as the Bridgeland Bears are going to start their possession here at the 20-yard line, moving from left to right.
First and 10 for the Bears from their own 25-yard line.
Andre Davis here with you again, coming to you from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. As I mentioned before, it is nothing like a clash between two competitive high schools under the Friday night lights. 6A football programs under the Region 2 District 16, and it does not get any better than this. Ball's going to be at the 25-yard line, actually, with 6.5 seconds to go here in the second quarter. As the Bridgeland Bears are going to take a knee, and that would do it for our first half here from Waller, Texas. Bridgeland Bears on top of this one by a score of 28-12. Again, the Waller Bulldogs did win the coin toss at the beginning of the game, but they deferred to the second half. So when the teams make their way back onto the field, following the conclusion of halftime, the Waller Bulldogs will have the first possession of the third quarter. So we'll see if they can ride on the momentum that they ended with at the end of the second quarter. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the start of our third quarter right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. Andre Davis here with you as the teams are ready to make their way back onto the field as the halftime festivities have concluded, as the teams are ready to get things going here for the second half of today's contest. Again, the Bulldogs of Waller High School taking on the Bears of Bridgeland High School here from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. And just some things to kind of go over in that first half. Again, for the most part, it was all Bridgeland Bears in that first half, but the Waller Bulldogs have shown some fight towards the end of the second quarter of that first half, as the Bridgeland Bears were able to finish that first half with a total of 17 runs to 5 passes and 8 total first downs. Again, 2 touchdowns credited to the wide receiver Ty Secton, 1 touchdown for the running back Cash Swab, and 1 touchdown for Mr. Alex Spence Myers, the other running back for the Bridgeland Bears. And as for the Waller Bulldogs, so far offensively, it's been all quarterback TK Gaines, as the Waller Bulldogs are out with several of their players offensively, one in particular, Mr. Brandon Stewart, and they was able to finish that first half with a total of 9 runs to 6 passes. So they were trying to mix some things up offensively, and 4 total first downs and only 2 touchdowns on the scoreboard, both at the hands of the quarterback, Mr. TK Gaines. The Waller Bulldogs deferred to the second half, so they will be receiving this one to start the second half here of this ball game, as this kick is going to be fair catch at about the 30-yard line, 29-yard line to be exact, and that's where the Waller Bulldogs are going to have their first possession here of the third quarter. Waller Bulldogs showed some fight towards the end of the second quarter in that first half, as they was able to put up a touchdown, their second touchdown of this ball game, with about 20 seconds to go in that second quarter. So we'll see if they can ride off that momentum here to start the second half, as TK Gaines is going to have 2 receivers on each side. Robert Carter is going to be offset to his left. Play action fake, and he's going to throw this one quickly. Pass is caught to number 21, Kyron Thomas, and he's going to have a fresh set of downs for the Waller Bulldogs. The Waller Bulldogs getting things going early here of this third quarter, as they went with a pass on first down as opposed to the run in the first and second quarter, trying to mix some things up. 1st and 10. Ball spotted now at the 41-yard line. 3 receivers to the right for TK Gaines. As Gaines looks to the sideline to get the call, Robert Carter is going to be lined up directly behind Gaines, pistol formation. And this time they're going to hand off to Robert Carter. He's trying to follow his blockers, but the Bears are all over that one.
Number 11,
as Robert Carter is actually going to lose a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Brought down by number 33, Jacob.
As they went with a read option, play action fake on first down. And a wide open slant in the middle. But on second down, this time there was a handoff to Mr. Robert Carter. Nothing doing on first down. 2nd and 11 coming up. Another play action fake. Pass is going to be caught by Allen Haynes here on the near side of the field. But great tackle and great coverage by the Bridgeland Bears as he's only able to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Number 10, Cole Fatigue, the outside linebacker, on the stop for the Bridgeland Bears. So it's going to bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4 for Bulldogs.
Ball now spotted at the 47-yard line. 3 receivers on each side for gains. And he's going to look right, throw right, pass. Will be complete, but he's going to be yards shy of a first down. Again, number 21, Mr. Michael Tashingi on the reception for the Bulldogs. So he's actually going to lose about 3 yards on that play. So it's going to bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. And it appears that the offense is going to remain on the field. 4th and 6 to be exact. As Michael Tashingi is responsible for the only first down so far here on this opening drive for the Waller Bulldogs, as he was stopped in the backfield on that last reception. 4th and 6. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. And TK Gaines is going to drop back the pass. Pass is going to be incomplete, in and out of his hands. Trying to hook up with Michael Tashingi yet again on the slant route. As TK Gaines was able to put it right on the money. But the defensive back for the Bridgeland Bears was right there in coverage as Michael Tashingi was not able to haul that one in. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. 3 passes to just 1 run, 1 first down on that opening drive for the Waller Bulldogs as they tried to go aggressively on 4th down. Wasn't able to get the job done. So now the Bridgeland Bears is now going to have their first possession offensively here in the 3rd quarter. As Tyler Beagle is going to have 2 receivers on each side. As he dropped back the pass, a swing pass out of the backfield to Cass Swab, and he has plenty of daylight on the right side of the field. Finally going to go out of bounds. Huge gain through the air in the first down for the Bridgeland Bears.
Pass complete to number 24, Cass Swab.
That's Cass Swab on the reception for the Bridgeland Bears out of the backfield. A swing pass out of the backfield as there was no Bulldog in the vicinity. Was able to pick up a huge gain through the air on first down on that previous play. As the Bears are now inside Bulldog territory. Ball now spotted at the 27-yard line. Bears moving from left to right. Tyler Beagle looks to the sideline to get the call. He's got 2 receivers on each side. This time he dropped back the pass yet again, and he's going to air this one downfield. He has a wide open man in the end zone, and he's going to connect for a touchdown. Yet again, Ty Sexton is having himself a day. 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns for the Bridgeland Bears. Ty Sexton on that touchdown reception. As Tyler Beagle and Ty Sexton have been a 1-2 combination through the air here in this ball game. Again, only 3 targeted to Ty Sexton, and they've all have been for touchdown completions. As the snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the Bridgeland Bears waste no time extending their lead here in this ball game by the score of 34-12 with 9:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Bears 35, the Waller Bulldogs 12.
No running plays on that offensive drive for the Bridgeland Bears. 2 receptions, both one to the running back, swing pass out of the backfield on first down to Mr. Cass Swab. And then on first down yet again, another pass through the air, this time to Mr. Ty Sexton. Again, the Waller Bulldogs seems to still be kind of going with the man-to-man coverage as Tyler Beagle has been able to pick the secondary apart, particularly on that far side of the field with Mr. Ty Sexton as the recipient so far here in this game. 3 touchdowns for Mr. Ty Sexton as he's having himself a day. Teams have made their way onto the field. Bridgeland Bears are ready to kick this one off. They're going to be kicking from right to left. As number 3, Dominic Williams is standing at their own 12-yard line. And they're going to go with a pooch kick And this will not be returned as he's going to fair catch at about the 28-yard line.
Fair catch made by number 21, Michael Shatay. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So that's where the Bulldogs are going to have their second possession here of this third quarter. What appears to have been a promising drive offensively came at a hold on 4th down, as it was about 4th and 5 on the previous drive, and the Waller Bulldogs went for it on 4th and 5. Again, they find themselves trailing by multiple touchdowns as they're trying to make their way back into this ball game. So they'll have their second possession here to start the third quarter with 9:04 to go. 3 receivers to the left. Check that. 2 receivers to the left and 2 right for TK Gaines. Gaines is a man in motion, sends the tight end in motion. And this time they're going to go with a handoff to Robert Carter. And some tough running for Mr. Carter. He only picks up about 2 yards on the play. He's actually going to get about 3 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball now spied now at the 31-yard line. As the Bulldogs are going to go quickly. 2 receivers on each side. As Gaines go with the hard count. Looks to the sideline, get the call. As Robert Carter is going to be offset to his right. Play action fake. Looks right, throw right pass is going to be incomplete. It's trying to hook up with number 21.
Gaines pass ball.
This is Michael Tashingi on the slant route. As that pass came in hot but wasn't able to get it to him, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Last pass will stop the clock with 8:25 to go here in the third quarter. Ball still spied at the 31-yard line. Bulldogs moving from left to right. 2 receivers on each side. Gaines back to pass. This time he'll waste no time, taking him himself up the middle, tried to follow his blockers, and he was able to fall forward, and he'll have just enough for Bulldogs first down. I mean, it appears that it was definitely a design QB draw, as TK Gaines may have counted 1,001 and then took off up the middle, tried to follow his blockers. One of the offensive linemen got in his way, and he was able to push him forward while tripping forward, and he was able to get just enough for a first down on that last play. Ball now spied at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Play action fake. As TK Gaines is going to throw this one, pass is going to be caught, but it looks like he was able to actually only get back to the line of scrimmage, as he was able to complete that pass to Allen Hayes here on the near side of the field. But the Bridgeland Bears was all over that one. Allen Hayes was not able to get any momentum up the field, only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Waller Bulldogs. So far it's been solid coverage pursuit defensively for the Bridgeland Bears here in this third quarter. Bulldogs haven't been able to get anything done through the air offensively. 2nd and 10. TK Gaines is the man in motion to the left side. This time he'll hand off to Robert Carter. He has a couple of blockers as he's going to follow his blockers up the middle, and he finally picks up positive yards on that play, 5 yards to be exact. So that's going to bring this to a 3rd and manageable.
Number 20, Braden Graves.
As we have an injured Bear on the field, as we're waiting to get the jersey number for the young man, and it's going to be a defensive lineman, number 98, Davion Baptiste. Not quite sure how the injury occurred on the play. May have just gotten trampled up on that last play, as Mr. Davion Baptiste is up on his feet, and he's able to trot off on the sideline. So that is excellent news if you're Bears fans. Doesn't appear to be anything serious. Nonetheless, when the teams make their way onto the field, it's going to be about 3rd and 5. Check that 3rd and 4 for the Waller Bulldogs. Three runs and only 1 pass. No completed pass so far. Actually, check that, 1 completed pass for the Waller Bulldogs here on their second drive of the third quarter. Play action fake. And this pass is going to be incomplete, as it appears that he may have been trying to hook up with Michael Tashingi again on another slant route. But it may have been some miscommunication between Mr. Tashingi and TK Gaines, Incomplete pass, solid coverage in the secondary for the Bridgeland Bears. That's going to bring up 4th down as the Waller Bulldogs went for it on 4th down on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Wasn't able to get it done, and the offense will remain on the field here for 4th down yet again. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Play action fake as TK Gaines is going to be pressured in the backfield, and he's finally going to be brought down for a sack. First sack of this ball game. Several white jerseys in on that sack. The first one back there, number 10, Cole Fatigue, the outside linebacker, in the hot pursuit for the Bridgeland Bears. And that will be another turnover on downs. The Waller Bulldogs went forward on 4th down yet again for their second drive here of the 3rd quarter, but was not able to get it done. This time the Bridgeland Bears brought the house, did not give TK Gaines an opportunity to get comfortable in the backfield to pass it. As soon as he dropped back to pass, there were several white jerseys in his face. So now the Bridgeland Bears are going to have their first possession. Check that, their second possession here of this 3rd quarter. We do have a stoppage in the play as the Bears went with a hard count, as it may be offsides charge against the Bulldogs. As we're waiting to get the official call, Bears definitely went with a hard count, but it looks like the play was blown dead before the Bridgeland Bears were able to get the play off.
5-yard, first down.
So offsides definitely charged against the Waller Bulldogs, the cornerback number 2, Christian Panada. So instead of 1st and 10, it will now be 1st and 5 inside Waller Bulldog territory. Ball officially spotted at the 36-yard line as Beagle back to pass. He has all day to throw, still looking for a man downfield. He'll try to fit this in double coverage. Pass will be incomplete as he was trying to fit that one in double coverage. Well covered down the field. As he was trying to hook up with number 9, Trace Mullen on that play. Solid coverage in the secondary for the Bulldogs. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5. As Tyler Beagle is having all day to throw the ball here so far in this ball game. And this time he's just going to hand it off to the running back, Cass Swab. And he's going to have plenty of room here on the left side. He'll be brought down past the 30, and it'll be more than enough for a Bears first down. So in these first 2 drives offensively for the Bridgeland Bears, it's been Cass Swab as a running back in the backfield. Haven't seen Alex Spence Myers in the backfield so far here offensively in this 3rd quarter for the Bridgeland Bears, as we'll likely see him on the next drive offensively. 1st and 10, 2 receivers on each side for Mr. Beagle. Another handoff to Cass Swab as he picks up another solid yards on the play. Picks up about 5 yards to be exact. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ball is going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. Bears moving from right to left.
Second down and 6.
Clock continues to go here with 5:18 here in the 3rd quarter. (35-12) is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. 3 receivers to the left for Beagle, and a handoff to the running back. This time he's going to be met in the backfield. This time it was Alex Spence Myers, and for one of the first times here in today's ball game, he had nowhere to go as he was met in the backfield as he was brought down by number 7, Tony Tashingi, the defensive end for the Waller Bulldogs. And that's going to bring up a huge 3rd down coming up for the Bulldogs. As the Bridgeland Bears have been nearly perfect on 3rd downs so far here in this ball game. And another handoff to Alex Spence Myers. He's breaking tackles, still moving his feet, and he's going to fall forward, and he'll have enough for a Bears first down. Some tough, hard running by the running back, Alex Spence Myers. as it appears that he was immediately met with about 6 or 7 yards to go for a first down, but some tough, hard running, and the young man would not be denied. He was able to keep his legs pushing forward for another Bears first down. Four total runs so far on this drive offensively for the Bears to just one pass attempt that was incompleted downfield. As the clock continues to roll here with 3:35 in the third quarter. Two receivers on each side. This time it's a Beagle drop back to pass. And he has a man pass. It's going to be caught in the end zone for another touchdown. And this time the touchdown is going to be credited to number 8, Mr. Hunter Brooks, on the touchdown reception for the Bears.
Number 8, Hunter Brooks.
So 41-12 is now our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears, as they would add some additional points on the scoreboard on that drive. As the PA team has made their way onto the field to add one additional point on the scoreboard. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 42-12 is now our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. We'll take a break and come back with more action. You're listening to Wall of Football right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Recognize our junior high.
42-12 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears here from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. Andre Davis here with you. Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network as the Waller Bulldogs are getting ready for their third possession here of the third quarter offensively, as this kick will not be returned. Fair catch at about the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to officially spot it at the 29-yard line. Waller Bulldogs moving from left to right. As the Waller Bulldogs were able to leave that first half with a bit of a momentum on their side, it appears that that momentum has come to a halt here so far in the third quarter, as it's been all Bridgeland Bears, as they've been able to put two additional touchdowns on the scoreboard here so far in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Two receivers on each side for TK Gaines as he sent a man in motion. Another handoff to Robert Carter. He's been a workhorse offensively on the ground, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. As the Waller Bulldogs went with a misdirection with Mr. Robert Carter to the left side, but the Bridgeland Bears was waiting for it. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Two receivers to the right and one to the left for Gaines. As Robert Carter is going to be offset to his right. And looks like we have some movement on the front line. This will likely be false start charged against the Bulldogs.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard, 2nd down.
So it will be false start charged against the Bulldogs. So it's going to back them up 5 yards. Bulldogs going in the wrong direction as they're trying to crawl their way back into this ball game. 2nd and 12 now. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line as TK Gaines dropped back to pass. He has a man pass. It's going to be caught, but great pursuit by the Bridgeland Bears as he had absolutely nowhere to go. Number 21, Michael Tashangi, on the reception for the Bulldogs, but great job by number 12, Jalen McLemore, the defensive back for the Bears, in hot pursuit on that last play, as Michael Tashangi was only able to get back to the line of scrimmage with that last reception. And it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Ball officially spotted at the 27-yard line. Two receivers on each side for Gaines. And a quick handoff to the running back. Has some room on the left side. Spins off one defender. Finally going to be brought down, but he's going to be several yards shy of a first down as he picks up positive yards on that last play. Still going to be about 7 yards shy of a first down. And after going for it on 4th down twice offensively here in this third quarter, this time the punting units have made their way onto the field to punt this one off. As number 7, Caden Hintz, is standing at their own 38-yard line. And he's going to safely fair catch this one at the 38-yard line. And that's where the Bridgeland Bears will likely have what may be their final possession of the third quarter, as we have about 1:24 to go in the third quarter. They're on top of this one by the score of 42-12, as they were able to add 2 additional touchdowns on the scoreboard so far here in this ball game, in this third quarter to be exact. I want to remind all of our listeners to be sure to listen to the Mike Prince Show daily by subscribing to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Mike Prince Show, covering the world of HBCU sports and beyond. And again, it's the Mike Prince Show only on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Tyler Beagle's going to have 2 receivers on each side. Cass Schwab, the running back in the backfield for the Bears, and he's going to be swallowed up after gaining only about 1 yard on the play. Number 15, Trent Odom on the touchdown. Check that on the tackle for the Waller Bulldogs. 2nd and 9 coming up. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. So far, Mr. Cass Schwab has been having major success on the ground offensively for the Bears. But he was only stopped for 1 yard on that last play. 2nd and 9. And this time they're going to throw it to Mr. Cass Schwab. Swing pass out the backfield. He has plenty of room here on the near side of the field. Finally going to be brought down right at midfield. Huge gain in the first down for the Bears. Cass Schwab on the first down for the Bridgeland Bears. Ball now spotted at the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs were able to force Cass Schwab out of bounds on that last play, so it will stop the clock with 33 seconds to go. Here in the third quarter, 2 receivers on each side for Beagle. Beagle sends a man in motion. Beagle drop back the pass. He's being pressured, and he's going to lose the ball. He's going to get on it at the last minute. He was able to fall on it at the last minute as the Bulldogs sent the house for one of the first times here in this ball game, as the quarterback Tyler Beagle was able to lose. He lost control of the ball, but he was finally able to get back on it. But he will lose about several yards on that last play, as we do have a flag on the play. Likely personal foul penalty charge against the Waller Bulldogs, and if so, definitely not what the doctors ordered, as the officials are huddled up to try to talk things over. There was some extra curricular activity going on following the conclusion of the play once the play was blown dead.
Personal foul, unnecessary interruption. Offense, number 75.
So there was a personal foul penalty charged, but I got my teams mixed up. So instead of the personal foul penalty being charged against the Waller Bulldogs, it was actually charged against the Bridgeland Bears. Unnecessary roughness by one of the offensive linemen of the Bears, and that's going to back them up several yards. Ball officially now is going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. Bears moving from right to left as they have to make it to about the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs for a first down. As the play will resume, and so does the game clock, as the time will wind down, and that previous play will take us to the end of the third quarter here from Waller High School. Again, the Bridgeland Bears were able to add 2 additional touchdowns on the scoreboard in that third quarter to extend their lead 42-12. And when the teams make their way back onto the field, it's going to be second and forever for the Bridgeland Bears. Ball officially going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. We'll keep it right here. I want to remind all of our listeners that if you would like to become a listening partner, you can do so today by visiting the website at obnradio.com. Again, that's obnradio.com, and make your secure donation today. And again, any donation or support that you're able to give us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network will continue our lodging. It will help us give us our lodging expenses, and it will continue our support and our coverage of local student athletes right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So head to the website. Again, that's obnradio.com. Click on the donation button and make your secure donation today. And we want to hear from you. You can always leave your questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns on our 24-hour message line by dialing 720-721-1558. The number again is 720-721-1558. As the teams have made their way back onto the field to start the fourth quarter here from Waller High School, Bridgeland Bears are now moving from left to right. And they're going to hand off to Mr. Cass Suave, and he's going to pick up a few positive yards, gain of about 2 yards to be exact. So that's going to bring up third and about 38 for the Bridgeland Bears. And for the first time here in this ball game, the Bridgeland Bears are finally in a position to where getting the first down is unlikely to happen. We'll see what they can muster up here on third down. Third and about 38 to be exact. Ball is spotted at their own 22-yard line as they have to get to the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs for a first down. Three receivers to the right. Three receivers to the left and one to the right for Mr. Beagle. And he's going to air this one long downfield. Pass is going to be incomplete. Was trying to hook up with number 17, Henry Sohn. Wasn't able to get it to him. As we have another injured player on the field. This time for the Bridgeland Bears. One of the offensive linemen is down on the field after that last play. Can't quite make out the jersey number for the young man. As it appears that he is up on his feet and he's able to walk off on his own power. But nonetheless, the last play resulted in an incomplete pass, so it's going to bring up fourth down for the Bears as the punting units have made their way onto the field to punt for only the second time here in this ball game. Number 3, Dominic Williams, is standing at their own 43-yard line as he awaits this punt with 11:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. As this punt is off, and he's going to fair catch this one right at about the 40-yard line. And that's where the Waller Bulldogs are going to have their first possession of the fourth quarter here in this ball game, trailing this one 42-12. As we have about 11:03 to go here in the fourth quarter when teams make their way onto the field, TK Gaines and company trots out onto the field to try to salvage some momentum here in the fourth quarter as they find themselves trailing several touchdowns. We'll see if the offense can get things done here on their first drive of the fourth quarter. Gaines got 2 receivers on each side. He sends a man in motion. And he's going to hand off to Robert Carter. Tough, hard running through the middle by Robert Carter. Picks up positive yards on the play. Finally going to be brought down after gaining about 7 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 10, Cole Berry.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Second down.
About 10:40 to go here. As TK Gaines looks to the sideline to get the call. He's going to have 2 receivers on each side, pistol formation for the Bulldogs. Gaines, drop back to pass, looks left over left, has a man. Pass is going to be nearly intercepted. Tried to fit that one in a tight window. Was trying to hook up with Robert Carter on the slant route. It was tight coverage by the Bears. And he was almost able to fit that one in that window, but wasn't able to get it to him, so it's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. So we'll see what the Bulldogs are able to draw up here on this 3rd and manageable. Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 10:20 to go. 2 receivers on each side for Gaines. Play action fade. Looks right, throw it right. Pass is going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted. This time he was trying to hook up with number 5, Allen Hayes. Well, great coverage by the Bridgeland Bears as Hayes was swallowed up immediately when the ball hit his hands and was not able to hold it in. So with that, it's going to bring up 4th down. Punting units have made their way onto the field. As a wall of Bulldogs, we're definitely trying to mix things up offensively on that last drive, on this particular drive to be exact, but wasn't able to get things done through the air. As this punt is off, and it's going to take a solid Bulldog bounce inside the 20-yard line. Officially, it's going to be spotted at the 13-yard line. We'll take a quick break and come back with more action right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. 1st and 10 for the Bears. And another handoff. This time it's going to be Alex Spence-Myers in the backfield for the Bears. And he's going to be brought down after gaining about no yards on the play. One of the very few times here in this ball game where Alex Spence-Myers was unsuccessful running the ball, as defensively the Bulldogs were all over him on that play. Only gains about a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bears. Clock will continue to run here with 9:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Two receivers on each side for Mr. Beagle. And another handoff to Alex Spence-Myers, but he runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. About 5 Bulldogs in the area. And this time, Alex Spence had nowhere to go on that play. Picks up maybe 1 yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. As the next time the Waller Bulldogs is going to be in action is going to be October 24th, as they're going to take on Langham Creek High School at Bridgeland Stadium. 3rd and 8 for the Bears. Bears moving from left to right. 2 receivers on each side. As Beagle drop back the pass, and he has plenty of time to throw, still looking for a man downfield, and he's finally going to be pressured, and he'll just have to safely throw this one. Well, it looks like he was throwing it out of bounds, but the pass was caught at the last minute by number 17, Henry Song. Well, it appears that we do have a flag in the backfield, as this completed pass may be coming back, as this should be holding charge against the Bears.
Number 54. From the previous spot. 3rd down.
So holding penalty charge against the Bears, as Tyler Beagle had just about all day to throw, and we see why, as a defensive lineman for the Bulldogs was not able to rip through due to the holding on that last play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down again, this time 3rd and long to be exact. Ball officially now spotted at the 8-yard line of the Bears. Bears moving from left to right, as the Bears have to get to the 24-yard line for a 1st down. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And they're just going to hand it off to Tyler Spence, but he does have a hole up the middle, breaks a few tackles, and he's still on his feet. And this time he has the green grass in front of him. He's at the 40, the 30, the 10, and he's just going to easily walk in for a touchdown.
Touchdown Bears, number 26,
Alex Spence-Myers with the huge run. It was about a 70-yard touchdown run. But check that. That was actually about an 80-yard touchdown run for Mr. Alex Spence-Myers for his 2nd touchdown here in this ball game. So what was supposed to be a simple handoff, as the snap is down and it is good. So what was supposed to be a simple handoff on 3rd and long resulted in an 80-yard touchdown run by Mr. Alex Spence-Myers to increase the Bears' lead to 49 to 12 here with 8 minutes to go. We'll take a quick break and come back with more action right here at the Upper Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Bridgeland Bears pouring it on here from Waller High School. They're on top of this one by the score of 49-12. We have about 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Alex Spence Myers got things done offensively for the Bears, adding some additional points on the board, as this one is going to be fair catch at about the 30-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs are going to set up shop for their second drive offensively here in the fourth quarter. And as I mentioned before, what was supposed to have been a simple handoff for Alex Spence Myers on 3rd and long turned into a 80-yard touchdown run at the hand of some missed tackles and just Alex Spence Myers' willingness to not give up and willingness to not be denied and will not go down easily. 80-yard touchdown run by Mr. Alex Spence Myers. 49-12 is our score in favor of the Bears. 2 receivers on each side for TK Gaines. A handoff to Robert Carter, and he's going to be swallowed up immediately right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 11, Robert Carter on the field.
Gains of no yard on the play.
Brought down by number 41, Bryce Cody.
As the Waller Bulldogs are going to try to see what they can salvage here offensively. Went with a run to Mr. Robert Carter on first down. Nothing doing. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 as the clock continues to roll here with about 7:30 to go. 2 receivers on each side for TK Gaines. And this time he will drop back to pass. Pass is going to be caught as he goes out of bounds. Picks up some positive yards on the play as TK Gaines was able to hook up with number 88. We actually do not have a number 88 on the roster, but nonetheless, picks up positive yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and about 3 to be exact, as that last completion actually keeps the clock rolling, was not able to go out of bounds. A handoff to Robert Carter. He does break one tackle, but he's finally going to be slung to the ground after gaining only 1 yard on the play.
Number 11, Robert Carter on the carry.
As Robert Carter with some tough running on that play, trying to pick up a first down for the Bulldogs, but he was denied by number 144, Chris Adabringo, the inside linebacker for the Bears. As the offense remains on the field here on 4th down. As we mentioned before, the next time the Waller Bulldogs is going to be in action is going to be next week, October 24th, as they're going to take on Langham Creek High School. Kickoff of that game is scheduled for 7 o'clock. As that pass is going to be completed here on the near side of the field, and he's going to have enough for a Bulldogs first down. As clock continues to run with about 5:58 to go, as the Bulldogs find themselves down by several touchdowns, likely won't be able to crawl their way back into this ball game. Essentially, you're just playing for pride at this point of the game and working on getting yourself prepared for next week's opponents. 1st and 10, ball spotted at midfield. And a handoff to Robert Carter. He's going to have nowhere to go as he went down hard on that play. As we have a flag on the play, should be face mask charge against the Bears. We'll see what this call is going to be, as Robert Carter was brought down aggressively on that last play.
Face man, number 44. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So 15-yard penalty charge against the Bridgeland Bears, face mask penalty. So that's going to move the ball well inside Bears territory. Ball now spotted at the 35-yard line. Bulldogs moving from right to left. Clock continues to run here with 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 49-12 is our score in favor of the Bears. A pitch to Robert Carter to the right side, trying to follow his blockers. He's going to turn upfield, and he's going to be brought down after about 4 yards on the play. A tough 4 yards from Mr. Robert Carter,
Number 32, Kyler Buchanan.
as he was able to find a small lane on that sweep play and was able to pick up some positive yards on the play. Second and 6 now. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for TK Gaines. As Gaines sends a man in motion. And a play action fake. And he's going to try to air this one downfield. And the pass is going to be incomplete. Solid coverage on that play for the Bears. They're trying to hook up with number 21, Michael Tichengi. As he wasn't able to get it to him. May have put just a little bit too much mustard on that last throw. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. With about 4:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. As we mentioned before, next time the Bulldogs are going to be in action is October 24th as they're going to take on Langham Creek High School. Kickoff of that game is scheduled for 7 p.m. But the next time we're going to be coming at you is next week as the Panthers will hit the road. Well, actually, they're going to be at home. It's going to be homecoming for the Panthers as they're going to be taking on Texas A&M Commerce. Kickoff of that game is scheduled for 2 p.m. and you will be able to listen to all the coverage right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. As we have stoppage in the play, penalty on the play to be exact.
Participation. Offense. 5 yard. 3rd down.
So it looks like there was some illegal shifting offensively for the Waller Bulldogs, going to back them up 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and manageable, it's going to be about 3rd and 11. As it looks like we have some substitutions offensively for the Bulldogs. As Gaines drop back the pass, actually going to go with a QB draw as he was able to break 1 tackle, still in his feet. Finally going to be brought down near the 1st down marker.
Number 4.
He's actually going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Well done,
as the Bulldogs went with a design QB draw on that play. Great vision by TK Gaines. Was able to find a lane following his blockers. Actually broke a couple of tackles to help himself out. And with that, it's going to be 4th and 1 as the offense remains on the field. And we now have a timeout on the field. This time timeout charge against the Bears. So when teams make their way back onto the field, it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Waller Bulldogs. Ball's going to be spotted at the 24-yard line when the teams make their way back onto the field with 3:58 to go. Again, 49-12 is our score in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. It's been all Bridgeland Bears so far here in this ball game. And as we mentioned before, Waller Bulldogs going to be in action again October 24th when they take on Langham Creek High School. They're going to be on the road against Langham Creek High School. Kickoff of that game is scheduled for 7 p.m. But again, the next time we will be coming at you will be next week, next Saturday to be exact, October 26th, when the Panthers return home for homecoming 2K24 to take on Texas A&M Commerce. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 p.m. and we'll be giving you all the coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Teams have made their way back onto the field, and it looks like we have some movement on the front line as we have a flag on the play.
Outside. Defense. Number 91. 5 yard. 1st down.
Offside charge against the Bridgeland Bears as the Bulldogs went with the hard count on 4th down, and it was able to get the jumps necessary to push those chains, to move those chains forward for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line with about 3:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. I want to remind all of our listeners to be sure to check out our 24-hour stream full of content featuring interviews and other special guests. And you can check it out always at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Run on the right side. Actually, it was going to be a pass completion. Number 21, Michael Tichengi, picks up about 8 yards on the play.
Number 25, Cash Buttiger.
We also want to let our listeners know that if you would like to send your support or your donations for our broadcast coverage, you can simply do so by sending your donations to our P.O. Box at 891 Prairie View, Texas 77446. Again, that's P.O. Box 891 Prairie View, Texas 77446. As They're going to go with a pass yet again, and this time it's going to be completed for a touchdown for the Bulldogs. So after several attempts throughout the course of this ball game, TK Gaines was finally able to hook up with his receiver, number 5, Allen Haynes, for a touchdown here in the end of the fourth quarter. And that right there is the true definition of fighting to the end. As we mentioned before, the Waller Bulldogs came into this contest with several injured players, as we received word from one of the coaches before the start of this ball game. Several of their players were injured, key players to be exact. We weren't not able to get all the names of the players, with the exception of Brandon Stewart, who's a dual threat guy for the Waller Bulldogs, both offensively and defensively. He was unable to play here in this ball game with several other players. Only about 30 players on the roster for the Waller Bulldogs. There are guys on the sidelines definitely gassed because they've had to play both offense, defense, and special teams against the number 1 team in the district, so they definitely had their work cut out for them here in this ball game. But if you're Bulldog fans, you definitely have to love the fight of the Waller Bulldogs to continue to fight through the end, and that's exactly what they're able to do here in this ball game. Put on some additional points on the scoreboard here in the end of the fourth quarter. 49-19 is now our score, still in favor of the Bridgeland Bears. But great fight, great heart shown by the Waller Bulldogs throughout the course of this ball game to put some additional points on the scoreboard before this game concludes. As the teams have made their way back onto the field, Bulldogs kicking from right to left, as they're going to try to go with an onside kick, and this one is not going to go 10 yards. It looks like it officially is going to go about 8 yards. Ball spotted right at the 49-yard line. That's what that's where the Bears are going to have their next possession here of the fourth quarter. And depending on how aggressive the Bears are going to go, this may likely be their final possession offensively here in this ball game. As we mentioned in our pregame show, the Bridgeland Bears have been clicking on all cylinders so far in district play, and they've been clicking on all cylinders here in this ball game. Ball's going to be spotted at the 48-yard line. Bears moving from left to right. As it appears that the Bears have gone with some substitutions offensively. Now at quarterback, number 15, Kale Wheatland. And he's going to hand off to the running back. Picks up positive yards on the play. Picks up about 7 yards to be exact.
Number 22.
As it was number 22, Drew Cobb, the senior running back, on the carry for the Bears. Gains about 7 yards on the play. As the Bears are likely going to run the clock out here on this next drive. 2nd and 7 coming up. As the Bears are just going to take their time. Quarterback Kale Wheatland in the game for this likely the final drive offensively for the Bears. As he looks to the sideline to get the call. Again, the Bears are just taking their time, as they got about 6 seconds to go on the play clock. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Another handoff to Mr. Cobb. This time he breaks the tackle, has plenty of room, and he purposely stays in bounds. And he's finally going to be brought down past the 30-yard line, officially brought down at the 29-yard line. And it's going to be enough for a Bears first down. Drew Cobb getting some action here in this ball game. It's been all Cass Swab and Alex Spence Myers on the ground game for the Bears. And now Drew Cobb is getting some action offensively for the Bears. And he picks up his first down here in this ball game. His first down to be exact. 1:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for Mr. Whelan. Another handoff to the running back. Yeah, just lowering the shoulders, following the blockers. This time it's going to be number 49, Mr. Malachi Prince, on the carry for the Bears. As the Bears are just slowly milking this thing out. Again, they were able to display their dominance so far here in this ball game. And it looks like they're going to ride this wave all the way to victory with about 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, if you're Bulldog fans, definitely not the way you wanted this game to turn out, but you have to love the heart and the fight of the Waller Bulldogs, given what they had to work with here in this ball game. This time a quarterback keeper on the right side, and he's finally going to be brought down at around the 15-yard line. It's going to be enough for another Bears first down. As Cale Wheatland, the quarterback on the QB carry on that previous play, was able to pick up enough for a first down. And they're just going to let the clock run out, as that last play will take us to the end of this ball game. Pure dominance displayed by the Bridgeland Bears, officially winning this one by the score of 49-19 here from Waller High School in Waller, Texas. But again, if you're Bulldog fans, you have to love the fight by the Waller Bulldogs. As we cannot stress enough, Waller Bulldogs came into this contest with half of a roster, only about 30 active players on the roster. Majority of the guys have to go offense and defense and special teams. So the tiredness and the fatigue definitely displayed itself in the second half of this ball game, and the Bridgeland Bears were able to capitalize in the second half and essentially pull away from this one, winning this one by the score of 49-19. 3 touchdowns by Mr. Ty Sexton all through the air for the Bridgeland Bears. 1 touchdown by the running back, Cass Swab. Again, we talked about this young man coming into this ball game. Top 10 rushing yards for District 16. And he's definitely the leading rusher for the Bridgeland Bears offensively, averaged about 95 yards per game, and he definitely displayed his dominance here in this ball game. And also the other running back, Alex Spence Myers, who was leading the team in touchdowns coming into this ball game, and he was able to walk away with 2 touchdowns of his own, and then also 1 touchdown for Mr. Hunter Brooks for the Bridgeland Bears. And as for the Bulldog side of things, I mean, TK Gaines did everything he possibly could offensively, both through the air and on the ground for the Waller Bulldogs. He was able to walk away with 2 touchdowns. And then Allen Haynes, the receiver, whom TK Gaines was trying to hook up with throughout the course of this ball game and was not able to really make the connection that he wanted to until the very end of the ball game, or their last possession offensively. He was finally able to hook up with Mr. Allen Haynes for about a 10-yard touchdown reception, giving him 1 touchdown to complete this ball game. Again, 49-19 is our score in favor of the Waller Bulldogs. And as we mentioned before, the next time the Waller Bulldogs is going to be in action is going to be October 24th, when they're going to be taking on Langham Creek High School on the road. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 7 p.m. But the next time we are going to be in action for you, ladies and gentlemen, is next week, October 26th, when the Panthers return home for 2024 homecoming against the Texas A&M Commerce. Kickoff for that game is scheduled for 2 p.m., and we will be giving you all the necessary coverage right here at the Yellow Mike Broadcast Network. We definitely want to thank our sponsor and supporter for making today's broadcast possible, the Temple of Refuge Ministries. And again, you can listen live each and every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, by dialing 857-777-0000. The number again is 857-777-0000. It's the Temple of Refuge Ministries, building the kingdom one soul at a time. I want to thank you all so much for joining us for today's broadcast. We definitely want to thank Waller High School and the Waller Bulldogs for helping us with this broadcast and getting things done the way that they needed to. Again, they came up short here in today's game, but as we always say, you can live to fight another day. While the Bulldogs fall short in this one by the score of 49-19, thank you all so much for joining us. You all be blessed, and we will see you next time.